Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. The channel is the No Matrix, No Sipping, All Subjects channel. So on this video, I might try to break up 2 videos on my way to my destination. But I want to talk about how the change in behavior of these celebrities. That's what I want to talk about. And I want to talk about some of the possible reasons why. Okay, for instance, you notice the ones that's catching all the heat. Kevin Hart. Shaq caught some heat. T.D. Jakes. P. Diddy. Catching all the heat. If you notice, do you see the pattern? Notice how Kanye West ain't catching no heat. You know why? Because Kanye West is rebellious. See, these celebs, they starting to see the lies and they feeling bad about some of the things that they had to endure to get where they at. And then they didn't get, a lot of them didn't get where they were promised. You see, Taraji, speaking out. Terrence Howard done spoke out. Cat Williams went in on the ones that get all the work that probably act like they enjoy all this, all this type of stuff. So 50 Cent been lashing out on a lot of them. You notice that? And I keep telling y'all, they doing this because I guarantee you they were promised a whole lot more than they got. And I want to say to the celebs that you can try to sell your soul, but you can't sell your soul. I made a video about this probably almost 20 years ago. You could try to pledge allegiance, but always remember, the Most High is a forgiving God, and you could come to Him. I would tell you, when you come to Him, be specific and plain, and tell Him, I don't know what the true faith is. I'm just trying to join with you. I'm just trying to have peace with you. I'm just trying to avoid your wrath. Write my name in your book of life. Save my soul. It don't matter how you say it. It's that you say it, and you say it with all sincerity. Because this gonna be the year of expos. Like, it ain't done yet. The Epstein list gonna come out. The P. Diddy, the people that was at his parties is gonna come out. It's not over by a long shot. You see how 50 Cent exposed P. Diddy. People be recording, and then and who's to say that some of them ain't exposing people for being rebellious? It could be going both ways. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of these celebs are being exposed, and they're exposing each other. Jonathan Majors, who knows what the inner going forths and doings were. We don't know exactly. Like, we don't know. He could have been like, man, I did what I was supposed to do. I ain't doing nothing else. And so he got exposed. Or it could have been, when they get in all these seances and all this spells and witchcraft and all of that, sometimes you can have an adverse reaction to all of that. And you start acting savage and start doing things that wasn't part of the script, if you know what I'm saying. Just like people believe that the NFL is rigged because the colors, they said the last 3 Super Bowls, the people in the colors, the teams in the colors, teams in the colors went and was in the Super Bowl. Last 3 Super Bowls. I don't know I think sometimes they let it play out. I don't think everything with sports is rigged. I do think some things are. And I do think that the referees be kind of in the way. But I told y'all once before that almost everything is a scam. I mean, this ain't nothing unusual. You know, you can't even, the air is even not the same. Like people coming out here, coming down with all kind of sickness and disease. And we supposed to be the richest country in the world, which tells me somebody is doing some things. But you see, TD Jakes got exposed. You see, Eddie Long got exposed a while back. You see, P. Diddy got exposed. Somebody put up a picture of Shaq and Kevin Hart. I mean, you should know by now that when you choose mentors and role models, you're supposed to know them. Y'all choose mentors and role models by just a few words they done said, a few sermons they done preached that you like. Man, if you go through my boxes and stuff, I got plenty tapes. TD Jakes. TD Jakes was the man back in the day. But what made me stop watching him is that dream. And I started noticing that TD Jakes wasn't bringing it. Like he wasn't bringing that fire, the hammer word. Like he was just trying to preach little nice, cushy messages. And I started noticing that. And I started looking at that. So, man, it's cold out here. I remember when I turned on my car, my temperature used to automatically go up to the half. Now it take a while to get up there. I'm definitely moving, man. I don't care if I do got a good job. I'm moving. It's just too cold. I'd rather deal with the heat. But this, you're going to see more and more people getting exposed. You're going to see more and more people dying suddenly. You hear that? Whatever your name is. You want future predictions? I'll give you one. At least 15 celebs, known worship icons is gonna die this year. And it's gonna be sad, man, because you know, a lot of them, regardless of what they doing, we go by their performances. And we grew up with a lot of them. I ain't gonna name names because I would love to be wrong. But some of them gonna, you know, unfortunately, 2024 is gonna be the year of war. There's gonna be a couple wars. I'm not gonna go into details. Y'all, see, some of y'all don't know how YouTube works. Y'all don't know how YouTube works. It's gonna be a couple small skirmishes that one of them possibly will end up being a big one. End up being World War III. You know, I would love to be wrong, but I'm hoping that it won't happen. Because it's a couple things that can happen that will keep that war from happening. You know, one of them being put Trump in there. Y'all can say what y'all want about Trump. The other countries like dealing with Trump. Like even China, like he was kind of harsh on China with the trade deal. But even China would rather deal with Trump than Biden. And China is a communist nation. So what does that say about Biden?
In a quarter mile, continue straight to stay on Wisconsin
No.
100 South 108th Street.
Y'all gotta realize something about these celebs. Y'all think that they just heartless about what they do. I believe some of them are, and you know the ones that are. They don't treat people right. But I believe that a lot of them they be having regrets. That's why they be attacking each other. On what they had to do just to keep money in their pocket. But I would tell y'all, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Remember Jake Ryan, what was his name? The character 16 Candles. He left Hollywood and didn't look back. He could have been an A-lister. Even if he came back right now, they would make him an A-lister. He like, man, skip this. I don't want no part of this. And he left. You know, and then some of them, they get to talking because they old now. And you know, their roles is going to be limited. And some of them, they could get roles, but they don't want them because they don't like that life. Like if you listen to Damon Wilson, he said, I don't respect these people. And he said it. I'm looking at him. He said that with sincerity. He said, I don't respect these people. So in other words, I already knew that some of those celebrities just be using those people to get ahead in life. But you already know. You know, them black actors was fresh out of the civil rights movement. You know they ain't like no Norman Lear. They was using them. The majority of them probably was. They did not like dude. So they exposing each other, then they coming back. Some of it could be staged. I don't think a lot of this is staged, man. I don't think what Cat Williams did was staged. I think Cat Williams is sick of these people getting all this money because of what they doing. And I told you, body language. You see how the vein came out of his neck? You see his body language? Harsh truth body language. When he said, and they was basically saying that Kevin Hart couldn't even get out of the gates. And a lot of people done said that about Kevin Hart. No, but they say Kevin Hart is a generous, nice guy, man, you know. But they do what they do. And they get exposed. They get exposed. Now, Kevin Hart basically is, well, what they saying is that Kevin Hart had been on the comedy circuit for a little while, but he wasn't taking off. And they were basically saying, like, how could he take off like that in 1 year? Nobody takes off in 1 year. And Cat Williams even exposed Steve Harvey for stealing jokes and for stealing like testimony. He said Steve Harvey was making $3,000 a night way back in the day. I mean, it was kind of brutal how he did that. He even got on Faison. You know, they run the Faison. Then you got Jaguar Wright Jaguar Wright, oh man, she be exposing. And you know she know what she talking about. She was in the music business. I'm trying to think of which group she was in. So I believe her. Then you remember how Professor Griff, he done kind of slowed down with it. But Professor Griff used to expose. He used to expose. You got a couple of them. Like they say, one guy, I ain't gonna say his name, used to be a comedian. You know, he be exposing. He has a whole channel dedicated to his. But, you know, I remember back in 2008 that Expose was popular, but now Expose, the hot topics is dating, exposing, black issues. So a lot of these grifters, like let's say you have a grifter on YouTube that is strictly dating, talk about dating and relationship, but that already came out etched in stone, like I hate you ninjas, this, that, Angry Man, people like Angry Man, people like Anton Daniels. When the shift happened, it's gonna be hard for them because people are gonna look at, man, you trying to talk about black issues and look how you did with the pearly things. So it's gonna be hard for them. But, you know, and expose, it's gonna be hard for them to expose too. So the shift, you're gonna see certain YouTubers
In 800 feet, continue straight onto
that's
South 108th Street.
relatively unknown right now, going up the ranks.
Continue straight onto South 108th Street.
You know, and you're gonna see a lot of the ones that's known
Continue
kind of
for 7
taper
miles.
off. It always happens on YouTube. I've been watching and being on YouTube for a while. You're gonna start to see people content get old. And that's one of the reasons why I said that I'm the all subjects channel. I talk about everything. So if one topic get old, I got all my other topics. That's just how I do it, and that's one of the main reasons why I do it like that. So, you're gonna see a lot of them. And some of them, guys starting to see it. Man, you ain't never been married, man. Do you even have a girlfriend? Or you even deal with women, how much you be online? You know? And some of them, like, they'll let you know, okay, this one I deal with them. But then other ones, you be looking like, man, this dude ain't got no women. That's why he bitter. You know? You can pretty much, you ain't always gonna know, but you can kind of tell, like, which ones is moving and shaking with the women and which one just talking. A couple of them just talking, like, I just don't believe them. They be in the house too much. You know, there's no way you dealing with women and you be online for 5-6 hours at a time. You'll do a 2-hour live, then you'll go offline, then you'll do another 2-hour live. I'm like, nah. You know, unless it be they off days. I don't know. I'm just saying. And you even see YouTubers getting exposed. Some of them, it could be they off days and stuff like that. But I'm going to tell you, man, nobody has all the answers when it comes to these women. I think some guys are just more accurate in the way it is with the majority of them than others. You know, and I ain't giving nobody no stripes. But I just think some of them is more accurate than others. And I know I'm one of them. Because not only have I been married forever, practically, you know, we already done agreed, you know, that it is what it is. The time is gonna come. We got our, you know, I'm not gonna you don't throw a woman to the dogs that's been with you a while. Now, if she started trying to fleece you, that's different. But that's just not right, especially when you got kids with her. That's not the way to do it. I wouldn't make her rich. You start getting rich. But I can see a little help, you know what I mean? And you shouldn't hate her, man. Like I don't believe in that, man. It ain't. Some of them will have you not liking them. That's not really the case with me. But like they say, you ain't been in that court yet. But, you know, I think you should try to maintain a healthy dealing when you got kids, especially if you got kids under 18. You know, you want to try to get along for the kids. You ain't got to, like I told y'all yesterday, you ain't got to put her all in your business what you doing. Don't do nothing in front of her. Don't even have no conversation in front of her. You know, just do whatever you gonna do, wherever you gonna do it, not around her. So it's a whole lot more. I'm driving, but I'm thinking as I'm driving, like trying to think of like all the people that's been getting exposed. The main one right now is P. Diddy and TD Jakes. And somebody tried to say, well, I ain't gonna believe it till I see proof. The FBI has the proof. Y'all do realize that there's proof, allegedly, that P. Diddy has something to do with Kim Porter's death. There's proof on those phones of some of the things that we hear. Like they got videotape, like people was literally recording. You know, this ain't like that's why you think TD Jakes never came out and said he didn't do it. He just said lies. Lies is just a word. Yeah, so let's wrap this up. I had to pause the video. So man, I just started coughing when I got out here. Dude, you gotta, this cold weather gotta be for you, man. But yeah, they've been exposing each other, and it's only gonna get worse as the year progresses. And I'm gonna have my sweet tea and my popcorn, a bottle of hot sauce to throw on the corn. Y'all know something else I like to do sometimes? I like to melt some cheese over the popcorn to the point where I need like a fork or a spoon to eat it. And put that hot sauce on it. Yes, sir. You gotta know how to eat. Y'all be all dieting and stuff, and you know, I mean, it's all right. Me personally, though, I mean, I'm gonna get in shape and I'm gonna keep my weight under control, but I'm not like obsessed with that, cause my attitude is a take it or leave it. Like you take it, it's gonna benefit you. If you leave it, it's your loss. That's just my attitude when it comes to dealing with women. You know, now I ain't gonna let myself get all sloppy and slobbery. You know, I'm gonna make sure I'm on the weights, make sure I'm walking around, getting some exercise in, but, you know. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about them celebs for a minute. Thanks for watching.